Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us for another episode of OGF Radio. And today I'll be your host, Emil, and joining me today is Migs.
Hello, ladies.
And also joining us today is the one and the only Robert.
Well, hello. It's so unattractive.
So I guess today would be kind of like our pre-Valentine's Day episode.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be all Valentine's
14 days from now.
topics. Yeah.
Yeah, it's winding down. So if you have not planned anything special for your special someone, we will have tips for you today on our featured topics. Something fun that you can do with your
From
special
the
someone.
doctor himself,
something
Dr. Love.
And we'll kick things off with the usual
Yeah.
Impressions.
So-
usual stuff, impressions and reviews. So Robert, you wanna kick things off? Since,
Sure.
This is your first episode of the year.
Oh yeah, that's
yeah, with
right.
you.
That's right. I've been MIA for a month now.
Yeah, it's like every episode is special if you're in there. Because it's a very
Always
rare.
special.
It's a very rare thing going on.
Yeah, that later
Yeah, what's
made
going
it
on with
here.
you? Yeah.
Recently, this year, I have not watched any movies after Star Wars, but I did download something. I downloaded Up in the Air. It's got George Clooney in it. Really, really chill back movie. Kind of reminds me a bit of how do you put it?
Oh yeah, I saw this like
Hmm?
3 years ago.
Yeah, it's
What?
actually pretty old. I just downloaded
Oh.
it. I'd never seen it. It's one of those smooth talking movies. Like imagine the movies of Crazy Stupid Love, Ryan Gosling, stuff like that. Or practically it's about a professional layoff guy. He fires people for other companies for a living, but he does it in a really smooth way so that you actually like getting fired. And that's the
Is it
twist.
like that the best job ever?
It's like a bullshit job. Like your job is to bullshit people into like, oh, I'm fired, but like, oh, thank you for firing me. Kind of like that. It's great. It's great.
Mhm.
Um,
And I guess it also stars Anna Kendrick.
yeah, exactly.
Oh.
From
Now we're
Pitch
talking.
Perfect. Yeah. She's cute there. She's real cute. I mean, the thing is, like George Clooney does firing people face to face, but Anna Kendrick comes up with an idea to fire people online for other companies. And he's like,
yeah.
"What? That's so inappropriate. It's like breaking up with someone through a text message." But then,
Yeah, so he's like mentoring Anna Kendrick's character.
yeah,
to-
exactly.
Kind of
The
teach her how
the
to
ropes.
fire people correctly.
Exactly. That's it. Because she's so, how do you put it? Strict or by the book. There, Anna Kendrick's by the book. George Clooney's like,
Yeah.
forget the rules. These are people, and you sweet talk them. You gotta know how people tick, kind of thing. Really, really nice.
I remember I remember one scene there, which has J.K. Simmons as
Oh, yeah, that's
the guy
right.
who George Clooney fired, and that's one of the good scenes in that movie.
Definitely. I'll leave the listeners to watch it themselves, but it's pretty eye-opening because you realize then that it's not just about firing, but more on commitment. There's a little bit of commitment there to like getting married and stuff. It's pretty good. Not exactly the feel-good kind of movie. At first it is, but I'll let you watch it and figure it out. Have you watched M's?
What?
Have ever seen Up in
Fems?
the Air?
Fems?
Oh, M's.
Oh, M's. No, I have not.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was
I
like,
thought there's a movie
Fems?
called Femmes.
No, no.
What?
Sorry.
It's gonna be
But no, I
about.
haven't seen it.
Up in the Air.
Up in the air.
Oh yeah,
Alright.
the Femmes joke kind of threw me off.
The Fems.
Fem.
Oh, the Fems.
Feminists.
Yeah, it's like there's a movie about that.
There should be
Oh,
one.
That's a
man.
great way to start our Valentine's.
With we should make that
Fems.
like the F word for Valentine's.
Oh
Mention
god.
the F word.
Oh.
Just the F word. Anyway, speaking of movies, I watched 13 Hours, The Secret Soldiers of Benghazi,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a very good movie. I mean, it was directed by none other than Michael Bay.
Oh, lots of
Oh.
explosions.
Exactly, and it's based on a true story on what happened during September 11, 2012, when the Islamic militants attacked the U.S. consulate in Benghazi, Libya.
Wait. At the exact same date as the Twin Towers?
Yep,
Mhm.
because what happened was there's this ambassador
Uh-huh.
who went to Benghazi to do some talks, and it just happens to be September 11.
Mm-hmm.
So everything's a bit kind of,
Yeah.
touchy about the subject, especially in Benghazi.
Oh,
of
yeah.
all places.
For sure.
And that's where everything just blows off.
Crazy.
And it stars
John
looking at
Krasinski is
the-
in it, right? The
Yeah,
Jim from
the one in the
The
office.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On a
So
side
it
note,
stars.
it's been 15 years since the September 11 attack. It's been 15 years.
Oh God, we're so old.
Or so.
But yeah.
Okay. Anyway.
So yeah, it stars John Krasinski, James Badge Dale. There's Max Martini,
Huh?
who's the guy from Pacific Rim,
Oh, okay.
What?
and there's check this out, Ems. There's Matt
Alright.
Letcher,
Huh? How do you...
who is the Reverse Flash in the Flash TV series. So
Oh.
he plays as the ambassador in the movie. Also,
But sure.
what else? It's a very unique cast, and it's
Okay.
it's pretty cool, pretty good. And I tell you, I shit you not, this movie is from it proves again that if ever a Call of Duty movie gets produced,
Mm-hmm.
Michael Bay's your guy,
Mm.
because it feels like Call of Duty. It looks like Call of Duty,
Oh.
and
The old
it-
Call of Duty. The old one.
no, as in Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's very action oriented,
Realistic and futuristic.
especially on the third act, where they kind of take a stand on the U.S. consulate building. So and there's a lot of it's pretty funny, because basically what 13 Hours is that it's video gamey in a way that it features like a horde mode, if you kind of compare it to horde mode, like a survival mode in Call of Duty.
So it's
Yeah, so it's
not
it's
similar
like
to
tower
Olympus.
defense. It's like you're watching Tower Defense. It's like Tower Defense the movie.
Tower defense.
Yeah, so it's
Okay.
like for example, there's the whole defense scene there is like, first they kind of face like the first wave of militants, so it's like 13 or 10 people.
Mm-hmm.
Then after a few hours they took a break, then the second wave came. And
Whoa.
then they're carrying Molotovs and RPG, so it's pretty crazy. It's like you're actually playing survival mode in Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Jeez.
So,
Tense.
but really, it's
But are they fighting like
the-
military groups too, or is it like just?
no, it's mostly militia groups,
I see.
because this I think these happened. I mean, these events happened during the Arab Spring.
Mm.
So it's like after Gaddafi got killed during liberation of Libya or something.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
This happened.
Mm.
Shit. Yeah.
And side note, I was in Dubai when that happened in
What?
real life.
Oh
So
Oh
yeah.
God.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
pretty
yeah.
crazy.
That's
But
Ah,
wow.
it's fortunate that the
nothing
UAE
happened.
is kind of neutral, or
Yeah,
it's a bit safe
definitely.
in that area when that happened, because most of the stuff that happened in the Arab Spring were in Egypt
Mm.
and the northern parts of Africa. So
Saudi
yeah,
Arabia
what
is
about
Yeah,
also
you?
it's
kind of,
crazy.
I'm not sure, but kind of having some sort of struggles right now, I think, with war. Either way, at least
Are
UAE
they?
is
Yeah.
safe.
Oh.
I know there are a lot of
Oh.
riots happening.
Hmm.
Anyway, what about you, Emil? You have some.
Me, I have not watched a lot of new movies, but I did see the new feature film for Batman. It's titled Bad
Oh,
Blood.
yeah,
Bad
Bad Blood.
Blood. Like
Mm.
that Taylor
I haven't
Swift
actually
song.
watched that. Oh god.
Feature film. So it's a short. It's not too long, is it?
No, it's I think it's an hour, hour and a half maybe.
Oh,
I
okay.
mean it's the usual um the DC
Wait,
Comics animated movie.
Mm-hmm.
is this based on a comic book or is it
So
an original story?
it's a little bit of both. Let's put it
Ooh.
that way because it takes from part of the story of the Battle for the Cowl and Batman Incorporated.
Mm.
So
Okay.
in this animated movie, they actually show the older clone of Damien,
Oh,
who's
the one that killed him,
yeah, the one who kills
right?
him. But in the movie,
Spoilers. Sorry.
spoilers.
Oh,
Well, not really
okay.
spoilers. It doesn't happen in this movie, so that in that way,
Oh,
spoilers.
thank God.
But it's the characters are there, but the story doesn't quite play out that way. And then, I mean, this is a plot early on, but in the beginning of the movie, Batman gets quote unquote get taken out. So in his absence, like
Mm.
Dick Grayson returns to Gotham and kind of takes on the role of Batman to investigate his death.
Oh,
Mm.
that's cool.
And that's kind of like how it's stealing from the current, well, like the past storylines that's in the comic books right now, and kind of adapting
Mm.
it to like a short
So
form
it's
of story. It's like reusing materials that they already have, but not telling it the exact same way. Because I've heard that they're
mm,
also releasing another feature film, I think on April,
Mm-hmm.
and it's Teen Titans. I think it's
Justice
Ah,
yeah,
League.
Justice League
yeah, I
versus
heard
Teen
about
Titans.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but only this time the Teen Titans doesn't have the usual roster. The
Mm.
Robin used to be Tim Drake, and this time it's going to be Damien.
Mm.
Oh, that's kind of different.
Yeah, and they're making it so that Damien is more linked towards Raven. So Raven is actually going to play a bigger role in Damien's life in this story arc. So
Okay.
it's
So it's a different
completely
universe of Teen Titans, or is it still in line with the real Teen Titans?
at this point it's its own separate thing because the current Teen
Mm.
Titans I think is comprised with, well, firstly Tim Drake and I
Starfire?
forget Star.
Or is it Diana?
No,
I have no
Starfire.
idea. I mean, the comics version is
I know Superboy.
different.
Superboy is there, and there was
Yeah.
another Amazonian, but she's not
Is it?
related to Diana.
Mm.
She gets her powers from like her lasso, or like she uses a different
Hmm?
kind of lasso, but it kind of hurts her in a way if she uses her
Oh,
armor. It's weird.
Ooh.
okay.
It's a different kind of
Yeah.
Teen Titans for sure. I
All
read
right, all
the
right.
early issues of that, but it's pretty interesting though. But going back to the movie, it I don't know. Like I feel like I'm too attached to the comic book storyline, so I feel like the way that they kind of just put this all together kind of felt watered down to me, and it was kind of it's kind of boring. And I
Ooh.
unfortunately just sat there just to like finish it, but it was okay. It was okay. Animation is they like DC animated movies have kind of moved towards that almost borderline anime style, but not really.
Hmm.
It's like a lighter anime version. Um, I mean, maybe it's like a production thing where they can push that out a lot faster, but I kind of like their older animation style. It's kind of like how they had it for, well, let's say, the Red Hood. Like that
Oh yeah.
animated movie was, I think, one of the best ones that they've ever had. So, um, in reference to that, it's just, it's okay. Not quite on the same caliber, I think.
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
but what about the ending? I mean, did you like what happened during the end of Bad Blood? Like, does it have
Uh,
any chance that it will have like a continuation or like, you know, or is it kind of like
mm,
a or is it kind of like an isolated tale, like a one-off thing?
I think what they're doing with the movies right now, it's going to be a carryover, kind of like the movie prior to this one, is a
Mm-hmm.
carryover when they first introduced Damien to the animated movie universe. So I think this is
Oh, so
probably still
they
going
have
to
an animated
continue.
movie universe.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this
Yeah,
will continue to carry on. I think that's why it's
I
going to
see.
segue into the Teen Titans Justice League thing,
Mm.
and they're going to go
Mm,
up
I
against the
see.
League basically. Um,
I see.
I mean, if you can enjoy it for what it is, as its own separate entity, then I think you'll enjoy this movie. Plot wise,
Eh.
I did not like what they did with
Yeah.
well, I don't want to spoil it, but I kind of don't want I don't like what they did with Batman in this movie. It feels like this character is kind of weak. It doesn't seem like that would be the kind of thing that would happen. You guys will just have to see it.
Yeah, I'll download it. I mean, I'll try to see it whenever I got a copy. speaking of speaking of segues, so we're gonna segue into games.
From
Because that's the
Batman.
perfect time from
Yeah, so
Batman to games.
yeah.
Makes
So
sense.
Um,
it is interesting because I just finished Tales of the Borderlands, and
Mm.
it is, I think for me it's one of the best Telltale games that they've done so far. Like on par with the first Left 4 Dead, like the first season of Left 4 Dead.
This can be
ah,
So
multiplayer, right? Tales of
no,
Borderlands.
no, it's an adventure game
yeah, it's like a
that's
storytelling
setting
game.
in the Borderlands
Mm.
universe. And wow, I mean the characters. Well, I think I already mentioned Tales of the Borderlands during the last few episodes, but now that I've finished it, I kind of have a very clear impression of the whole game, and it's very good. Like the characters are very likable, and there's this character which is a robot, so she's actually one of my favorite
What?
robot characters.
Did
Yeah,
A
what?
in the
she
game.
robot? Is she hot? The she robot?
Did you?
What?
Did
What?
you? Did you? I swear to God, I heard you just say she's sexually my favorite robot or something.
Yeah,
No, no,
yeah, that's what I heard.
she's officially no. She, I said that she's officially one of my favorite robots.
Okay, okay.
That's not what
We're
I
just hearing
heard.
stuff, Ems. We're
That's
putting
not
words
what
in
I
his
heard.
mouth.
It's like it's like the Valentine's filter got
The auto
turned up a
censor.
notch or
But
something.
I'm looking at a
Yeah,
picture of a robot right now. I thought it was a
yeah.
girl robot that was
No,
really like a
it's
girl.
her name is Gordis,
Oh my God, I'm so
and
Yeah.
stuck on that.
she's like
Kind of looks like something out of Wall-E. There. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Not an actual
and
human robot.
and and the first time you actually met, I mean, the first time you actually meet her, she's just like an orb kind of
Mm.
robot, but there's this mission in the game that you try to upgrade her, and the more she upgrades, the bigger she gets,
Oh, okay.
and her final form is, I kid you not, it's like a Megazord type of
Like
robot. So she's grown into like 10 feet high,
What?
what?
or probably more.
Like a Power
Yeah,
Rangers Megazord or something?
A
not
transformer?
in a sense, not literally in a sense, but size wise, yes. She's like as tall as those specific rim robots, and because there's this thing that Gordis can actually summon vaults,
Mm.
and this type of vault has a big monster in it. So she's like trying to fight off the monster once the vault got summoned. So that's the thing.
Okay.
And I guess I don't know. The best thing that I like about this series is that every time the episode starts, they have like a montage
Oh
with
yeah,
with licensed music in it,
like a
and
recap
it's so
episode.
good.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not a recap episode. It's
And
like an intro music, and
oh,
how they animate and how they present whenever the music starts playing is pretty cool. I know. I'll try to send you guys links so that you guys can see it. It's pretty funny and
okay.
at the same time awesome.
Is it
And
the
there are some
same? Oh, sorry.
episodes.
Go ahead.
There are some episodes that, like for the final episode, it's a bit kind of a feel strain when it comes to the intro
Mm.
because it's like the final episode. But
Mm.
yeah.
Mm.
Is it very
That's interesting.
similar to the Game of Thrones one? Because that's what I'm
No.
comparing it to in my
Not
head.
like the adventure style of Game of Thrones.
Well, you can compare to. Well, yeah. Basically, it's a Telltale game, so
Uh-huh.
you get your your QTEs and your explorations part of the game. So it's yeah, it's more like the gameplay of Game of Thrones,
Mm-hmm.
but there are some different or unique gameplay elements
Okay.
thrown in at the
Mm.
Okay.
game that's specific to the to the Borderlands lore.
I
Like in the
see.
in the final battle, you can kind of choose your second team. So you're gonna choose against. I mean, you're gonna choose from a group of vault hunters. So there's special cameos from the old vault hunters in the Borderlands games. It's
Ah.
pretty cool.
All
Mm.
right.
It, yeah,
Kind of like a nice nod to it.
yeah. I mean, from the first episode, they've already featured Zero, so that's
Oh.
pretty cool already. But anyway, what about you guys? You have any games you played? Speaking of Telltale games,
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's a very late segue. But yeah, Emil, you've been. I think you're already done with Game of Thrones,
Yeah,
right?
I'm finishing up on my edits for the last episode, so that should be coming out tomorrow or if not Monday at the latest. But yeah, I'm also
Nice.
wrapping up on that front, and I think I'm gonna jump right into doing The Walking Dead.
Oh, nice,
I'm gonna
nice.
at
You
least
Mm.
haven't?
start playing it. I've never played it, but I
Oh
remember
my
watching it
god!
before, watching someone else play it before rather, and I thought like, oh my god, that's really tough. Like
Like,
when you get to those points where you have to make a choice,
yeah,
like
they're very difficult, and
yeah,
it will really hunt you.
Yeah, I've heard that The
yeah,
Walking Dead, there are multiple choices and you can't have everyone alive. You
yeah,
gotta kill off
Oh,
people.
definitely,
yeah.
definitely, someone's gonna die.
It's exactly the same as the Game of Thrones one, where you
Mm.
basically make a choice, like, and your choices like greatly affect. For like, let's say for instance, one of the characters, I think her name was Mira. You kind of had the choice to either talk to
Killer safe?
go in like in cahoots with Tyrion Lannister, because he at that time he had like the strength. He was he was working
He
as,
was the hand.
yeah,
He was the hand of the
yeah, he
king.
was the hand of the
Mhm.
king, so he had power. Versus
Yeah.
you were Mira is actually the handmaiden of Marjorie Tyrell, and so this was before she wed Joffrey. So at that time, she didn't really have that much power. So it
Mhm.
became, a choice of like, do I side with Tyrion, which would piss Marjorie off, and then you rock the boat too much, and eventually something will happen, and you're eventually gonna be forced to like pick a side. So yeah, like I feel like Telltale Games has really hit their stride in terms of, these. I feel like it's a very unique genre of a game because like you said, like you're playing Tales of Borderlands and you like you're really drawn into
Mm.
it, and it's really giving you an awesome, like very unique experience too.
Yeah, and it's great as a standalone game. I mean, you don't have to actually
Watch the
know
series.
a lot of things about the Borderlands universe to enjoy it.
Yeah,
It's pretty
Mm.
cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you play it, and characters are individually introduced to you, and you learn about them, and then they become part of the story. It almost just becomes like a bonus. Like let's say like you knowing the characters like Zero or like Marjorie and Tyrion, like you just know these characters from the TV show, and then you kind of
Yeah.
just see them in game, and it's like, oh, that's cool because they're there, and you know who they are, you know what they're like, you know what they've done, the kind of people they are, and then you see them interact with these new characters that are introduced to you that you've already grown attached to because you're playing as them.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
So at the same time, even if you're not a fan or you don't watch, it's easy to get into it, right?
Oh yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
it's quite enjoyable as a
Yeah.
standalone game.
Imagine
Sure.
watching a movie that you basically make the choices where the movie
Yeah, yeah,
goes.
that's what I was
Think of it
thinking
that
about.
way. Think of it that
That's
way.
cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Are there bad endings? Like horrible choices? Like wrong, really wrong choices?
There was on Game of Thrones. There was
Oh.
an episode where I actually got the king, well no, the Lord of the House killed because
Oh
Mm.
I
no, don't.
misclicked, and then I threw an axe on the guy's face, and
Ooh.
eventually I got shot with like a fuck ton of arrows, so that was not supposed to happen. So
Oh
it was
God.
like
Damn.
game over, and I was like, oh shit.
Oh, I thought you kind of live with that choice. I thought that's kind of permanent, but
Well, for me, I thought it was like, okay, this is gonna be the trade-off. I get my little
yeah,
brother back. I save him, because I take out the big Kahuna. I take out their
yeah,
king.
the big kahuna,
So we get the brother
the
back, and then
royale
we're
with
good.
cheese.
But no,
Kahuna with
apparently
cheese.
that's not how the play goes. And by the way, Bolton makes another appearance on the
Ah,
Game of Thrones.
God,
But yeah,
I love that. I love that. I hate that guy.
I know he's a really good character.
Yeah. Anyway, speaking of Bolton, no, I'm just joking.
Yeah,
I don't
there's
know how to
no
segue.
possible connection of mine
Another
I
and
know how to
the
segue.
game.
segue Kanpani Girls with Bolton or Game of Thrones, but
Yeah,
really, Bert, what the hell is
All right,
Kanpani
this
Girls?
I am
because
dying
Because
to
it sounds
hear.
like porn. It sounds
um
like hentai games.
okay, here's a story. Because the whole 2015, the only game I've ever really played was Hearthstone or Hearthstone. But
Uh-huh.
Christmas time, I spent some time with my family, and I was with my little brother and my little sister, and I
Okay.
saw she was playing this web browser game, and it was
Whoa.
called Kanpani Girls. Or
Yeah,
Okay.
I kind of have an idea on what the game looks like.
at,
So it's like
at first, I
an
thought
art.
it was gonna be like the girliest, dumbest game ever. Like only girls would ever play this. Um,
No, that.
yeah, at first, I was so like only typical of my little sister to play games like this. No, I'm
Yeah.
ever playing this, but
Oh, your little sister
yeah, my
played
Oh,
little
I
it. Oh,
sister
see.
okay.
playing it, and then after that, I figured. But then again, it looks interesting. So I asked her a few questions. What are you doing? What are you clicking? And it's like a turn-based RPG. That's what I like
Okay.
about it actually. Like the fight scenes in classic RPGs. But here's the story. Okay, so here's the background, the story. You were sleeping on a train. All of a
Uh
sudden,
huh.
you wake up and you're in this fantasy world and you don't know why. You're just there, and a fairy appears in front of you and explains that you're now in this fantasy world where there is magic. So,
Oh,
all right,
that's the.
I'll,
Okay.
I'll get to the good
Okay.
part. There's
Okay.
more.
Keep
There's
going.
more. So you figure you want to get back to your real world, right? But the problem is you need information, and in your real world, you were the CEO of your company in Tokyo, and
Oh, that's cool.
since you know how important information is in this fantasy world, you decide you're gonna put up a business to find more information. And what business is it? It's a mercenary business where you're the CEO.
What?
Oh my god.
It just so
What?
happens that the employees you keep hiring are all girls.
Oh.
Oh gee, I wonder why.
I mean, there are guy characters, but it just so happens that you only hire girls, or girls are the
That's
only
so
ones that
good.
really apply for the mercenary jobs. And
That makes
yes,
sense.
there's a bit of etchy. When the girls are defeated, you see them torn up, and a little bit more
Oh.
revealing manner. But the main point is you're leveling them up, finding skills and equipment to make your girls stronger, and you're taking up requests from clients to find a way back home to your world. That's Kanpani
Clients.
Girls.
That's what they call them now.
Yeah, that's what they call them now.
Your client.
It's interesting.
Well,
Interesting.
well, gameplay wise, is the RPG mechanics good? Like the battle system? Because
Did you
I'm
say the
looking at
bounce
the
system?
screenshots now.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Battle system.
it's purely
Oh my
just the
god, what's happening
battle.
with my mic?
The bounce system.
Okay. Um,
The dirty
here's the
mic.
thing.
The mic's
It's
so
just
dirty.
like
Dirty mic.
if you played Suikoden, Journey to the West. No, not
Okay.
Suikoden. I'm sorry. Kind of like how do I explain it? Like Final Fantasy, turn-based fighting games, kind of like that, I
Oh
guess,
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
in a rough
Okay.
way.
Yeah.
Except there's a story. There's no exploration, and you just follow a storyline, and you go through the bosses and fight the enemies, and until you finish each chapter. And that's pretty much how it goes. A nice casual game you can play.
I'm going to send you guys the banner of the game just so you know how etchy
How etchy
it
it
is.
can get.
Because god damn. I'll
It's
probably
interesting,
put
but
it in the spreadsheet.
you
Okay,
need
there we go.
bread apparently to do quests. So you feed the
Sure
girls
you
bread
do.
so that they'll do the quest for you. If you got no bread, no quests for them to do.
Oh.
No bread, no service.
No service, no bread, exactly.
Oh man. Well, I guess this is how we start our February. Anyways, speaking of February, we got our upcoming feature topic
Mm-mm.
from Dr. Love.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
And it will be right back after a few minutes, I guess.
Or
So
seconds.
stay tuned. Yeah,
Yeah, short break.
All right.
short break. Podcasting sucks. The life out of you thinking about jokes and topics. Good thing we got love tips from Dr. Love with your host, Dr. Love.
What's up, guys?
Play the music, play
Damn
it.
I'm sorry.
We're back. We're back.
Yeah, we're back.
Hey, so we're doing in light of the Valentine season. Valentine's Day is right around the corner, so we're planning on making this a mini featured section for the next one or two podcasts that we're gonna be doing. So we're gonna be coming up with special things you can do with your significant other on on a special day that the two of you can celebrate together. And for today's topic, we're going to talk about games you can play with your significant other.
Mm-hmm.
One question before we
Yeah,
start this topic. Why are you named Dr. Love?
yeah. That's actually a very good question. I do not remember.
Because he's the
All I
love
remember
doctor.
is the
So, story time. Remember the time that we actually told you guys, the viewers, about the origins of our podcast name, Old GentleFriends. It's actually
Oh, gee, yeah.
something like
Otacon
similar
Racing Academy.
similar to the abbreviations of our our friends forums, which is Otacon Gamer Forums.
Gamer Farms. Yeah.
Also,
And
yeah.
one of the threads there is actually it's actually love tips from Dr. Love, right? Is it
Yeah, it was something
different?
like that.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Something like that. So and the thread starter was actually Emil.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he is
Honestly, I have no idea why I started that. Why did that start?
I have no idea. I mean, I think I just gave you guys the reins of the forums.
I know why, but that would be for off the set already when we talk about
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
oh. After hours
yeah.
podcast.
After podcast.
Podcast after dark.
After
Podcast after
hours.
dark. I like that. I can finally talk about my favorite topics.
OGF radio. Lights out.
After hours.
Well, this is somewhat getting there.
Every
I guess.
segue.
You know, not
Every
yet quite.
segue we say after hours.
Yeah. Anyway, continue with our
Okay.
featured topic. We got 3 minutes already.
Um, okay, yeah, that's all right. Who wants to kick things off with their game? Should I kick things off?
Sure, sure.
I think Robert would
Me?
be the ideal
All right.
guy to start
Alright.
because you guys, I think you have tips for us
Well,
on
Oh,
how to choose your
game.
your
Significant
game that you
other.
can play
Yeah,
with your
yeah.
significant other.
Because I had a hard time choosing at first. I was thinking of video games.
Hard time.
Hard time. Anyway, yeah, video games you can play with your non-gamer girlfriend. And I just came up with a few guidelines. First of all, this is actually I got the idea from Migs a while ago because I suggested
Guidelines.
yeah, I suggested a game like Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes, but he gave a good point. Just make sure you and your girlfriend don't end up fighting about that game. So that's one good point.
Oh,
Like, no fighting games. I don't think fighting games would be too great unless you know she's a good sportsman about it. Otherwise, if it's a competitive game, no go. You might get into a LQ or a quarrel with that. So I'd suggest co-op, something co-op. Multiplayer and co-op, something like Just Dance on the Wii. Practically Wii games are good at it.
oh,
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say sexy beach.
No. Sexy Beach is for another kind of guideline.
All right,
Just
hold
getting
on.
started.
I'll just change the
Okay,
sheet
keep going, keep
so that we
going.
won't get.
Now they're wondering
Um,
what Sexy
I know.
Beach is. But anyway, another good point you could try is story games like the ones for Tales of Borderlands.
Oh yeah, that's actually a good couch.
Yeah,
game.
Game of Thrones. I think especially if she watches Game of Thrones, those would be good games because they tell a story. There's no need for high eye-hand coordination or reflexes or anything like that. So even if she's not a gamer, she could do well in that. Another game of which is like RPGs, like Sexy Beach, as mentioned.
Oh, so you really did go into that
But
realm of.
I'll explain a bit though.
Yes.
You're wondering what Sexy Beach is. It's pretty much an RPG with skimpy girls on the
Are
beach.
you really gonna go with this?
But I won't expound too much.
Dude.
But I was thinking
I'll
that
allow it.
a really good game, a really good game
Allow
you
it.
could play with your girlfriend is something that has a little bit of sexual tension, just a little bit. Like if you could find a game that could get their kink on, I think that would be great. Co-op, multiplayer, and can get your kink on. Those are my 3 ideal tips for choosing your game with your girlfriend.
Well, there you go.
yeah.
Good lord, I don't know what to say.
It's still within the PG area, I think.
You really did soldier on with that Sexy Beach.
it
I mean, I can't imagine if you try to play it with your significant other.
Why?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, if never
Well,
mind. We don't
ML
know.
has an even more
Never
interesting
mind.
game to suggest that
Oh, yeah,
that's
yeah.
not
But
Oh,
this
yeah.
one,
PG, but yeah.
I think Emil's game is much more how do you say?
Classy?
No, it's more engaging than watching you. I mean,
Well,
than
in a way.
your girlfriend watching you play Sexy
That's
bitch.
true. I mean, your girlfriend could kind of get a little not I'm not sure if jealous is the right term, but it's like, why are you looking at
Or kind of freaked out, I
skimpy
guess.
girls that are 3D?
Yeah.
Oh well, good point, good point. Uh,
Anyway, yeah, Emil. What about you? I mean, you got
I'm
a
gonna
lot of
go.
good
Okay.
games
I
there.
have it's basically broken up into three categories.
Oh,
The
wait. You need to get in character.
Dr.
oh.
Love.
Talk to the. No, I'm just
Hello,
Dr.
joking.
hello,
Just do your
listeners.
Love.
thing. Just do your thing.
Hello, listeners. So you want to know what to play with your girl? um, so I've broken it down to three main categories. The first is if the two of you are just out and about somewhere. Let's say you're out with your girl, like in a coffee shop, just enjoying each other's company, and you decide that you wanna play something. The game I would recommend if you guys are out, like outdoors, like maybe in a picnic or something, is Epic Spell Wars of the Battle Wizards. It's a really fun
Mm.
game because the game is basically you you create like these very odd spells and you try to it's a fun competitive game. You try to beat each other and then the spells you make create these really funny sounding like
Oh, I
spells.
remember this game. It's very simple because you just combine spells and they have really long like Spellazoo, Alakazam, Willy Wonka attack, something
Yeah,
Oh,
like that. You
something like
combine
that.
really
wow.
long weird names. Okay.
Yeah. So there's like a
Mm.
beginning, middle, and end cards,
Exactly.
and they're all spells, and they have like different they do different things. So let's
Mm-mm.
say I'm looking up one like really quickly. So I have Bleemax Brainiac's Two-Faced Testicle. Like
Yeah, yeah,
that's a
That's
exactly.
pretty
spell.
cool.
That's a spell. Or like Walker Time Ranger's Explodifying Cone of Acid.
Mm-mm.
So you get pretty creative with these. But
Yeah.
yeah,
And
it's a
each
fun
each
fun game.
each card spell name actually does something on its own. And then when you
Yeah,
combine all three together, they do a weird combination
they
attack.
yeah they do like more damage, or they give you like a special bonus. Like let's say
Mm-mm.
if you play the same spell type, then you kind of you get a little like your hits get a little stronger, or you get like a bonus card. You get treasures.
Mm.
So the game's a little bit there's a lot more to the game than you just like putting cards down.
Exactly.
But it's really engaging. Plus, it's not just a two-player game, but at the minimum you play with two players.
Yeah.
So let's say you're on a double date, you guys can play teams.
Yep, yep. Next
So
time, Mix, we
that's a
can play
thing.
that puzzles. It's really fun.
Yeah. Well, definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
Bro date.
And then moving on to
Just kidding.
Bro date.
I mean, you guys can tape it for Valentine's
No.
Day. That could be a
Nothing
thing.
wrong with that. Anyway.
Okay, so my next genre would be if the two of you are into video games, then I think this would be a fun game to play. The game is called Rocket League, and
Oh
it's
yeah, definitely.
basically
What's up?
playing soccer with cars.
What?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yep.
Yep,
Are
yep.
you
Like I cannot make it any more simpler than that. The two
okay?
of
It
you,
is football.
football
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 with
with
cars.
automobiles.
cars.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the
Yeah,
pictures. I think I'm beginning to understand the concept. Okay.
it's a
It's
very
basically driving your mini car, right?
Uh,
So
yeah,
so the controls are kind of like arcade racing, except
yeah.
that you won't race any course. You play football
Hmm.
in the arena.
Yeah, it's really fun. It's really engaging. It's like the game has like some a little bit of depth to it, but for the most part, it's pretty easy to grasp like
Is
what
this
you
for
need to do with
the
the game.
PC or Xbox or PS4? Or...
I think it's
I think it's out in
for on
PC
all
and PS4.
plat.
Mm.
I'm looking it up real
I
quick.
don't have
Oh
any
no,
idea
it's
in
on
Xbox.
all
All
platforms.
platforms. Oh, nice, nice.
Mm,
Mm-hmm. It's available for all platforms. So yeah,
that's cool.
Rocket League for all you gamer couples out
Football,
there.
Mhm.
Football.
football fans.
With your
I don't know why
automobiles.
I'm doing that voice.
I don't know why. I started
What?
going into it too. And then lastly, of course, you cannot we don't discriminate here, so we're gonna go into like those who really want to like spice it up for Valentine's
Oh
Day.
Oh
yeah.
yeah, that's right. This is the game I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
This is the game. The game is called Sex Dice, and
Dice.
basically,
Sex
I mean,
time.
it's
Dice.
very simple. You have two sets of dice. The first dice will tell you what the action would be. So it would be like either kiss or suck
What are you
or
gonna do to
blow.
me?
And then the second dice basically tells you on which part of his or her body it is that you're going to do it on.
Oh, where are you gonna do it?
Exactly.
So yeah, that would be fun
Uh,
times
Really
for
want to
everyone.
do it, punani.
I found a screenshot of the dice,
Yes.
the dice. Okay,
Yeah.
not
the, the,
not the
the
players in
dice.
action,
Mhm.
and it's kind of straightforward. Like,
Yeah.
you roll a dice and
Yeah.
then you get blow breast. What?
One part
But
and
What?
one action.
you gotta figure out how you gonna blow hair breast.
You can purchase these
But yeah,
dice at any sex store, right? Or convenience store.
I
I
guess.
mean it's available on Amazon too.
Ah, there you go. There you go.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah,
cheap, I
for your
think.
so
privacy.
Pretty cheap.
oh yeah,
Privacy.
oh yeah, keep it private. But yeah, what
So,
about you? What about you, Migs? You got any
oh,
fun tips for
fun
our
tips.
our
Well,
fans out there?
I guess this game called Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes is right up the alley, but also, as Robert mentioned before, make sure you guys don't actually end up fighting with each other
Mm.
after a good game of Keep Talking Nobody Explodes. And what it is that it's a bomb diffusing game where one player is the diffuser and the other is a bomb expert that, that will tell you how to defuse the bomb. So the bomb has multiple modules, so it's like a
Here's my
puzzle game. Yeah. And the catch is that the bomb expert cannot see the bomb itself, and the bomb diffuser should not see the bomb manual that the expert is reading. So you really need to communicate with each other to actually solve the puzzles. Pretty good game, yeah.
Yeah, this might actually be a good
Party
bonding
game,
experience too. No, it's
yeah,
Mhm.
also
bonding
like a
experience,
good bonding experience too.
yeah.
Oh,
But yes, party game for sure.
in on top of that, I think Trauma is another interesting game actually. It's kind of like Bomb Diffusal, except you're doing it on people, and well, there's no instruction actually.
Uh,
Uh,
okay, that's pretty. That's pretty interesting. Is that a board game, like or a
No.
card game?
It's on the Wii originally.
Trauma Center
Trauma Center.
Under
There
the
you go.
Knife.
I
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
that
I
game. Oh
Boy.
yeah, that's a pretty good game. That's a really
I
good
kind
game
of
actually.
Under the
played it,
knife.
but in the DS, so it's
Mm.
it's a bit different, but it's the same concept. You're a surgeon
Yeah, exactly.
that you kind of perform surgery on your
Surgery.
patients. But so yeah, it's a pretty fun game.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
And yeah, another game that you can play with your SO is I think MMORPGs, but not the usual. Well, you can also play it with the usual World of Warcraft and stuff, but my advice is that you keep it interesting. Like I remember this girl I used to date,
Mm-hmm.
and we started playing what's that? Neverwinter
Oh,
online.
yeah.
So we created characters. I helped her create a character, and just
Neverwinter.
for shits and giggles and make it interesting, I said, "But wait, you gotta think of your lore. You gotta think about the story of your character." And we pretty much spent 2 hours of just
Wow.
thinking about the story. So
Didn't
it's
even
kind
play
of
the
like a
game,
bonding
just thought
experience.
about the lore of your character. That's fun.
Yeah, it's pretty cool because I remember Neverwinter Online has a lot of stuff you can actually customize on your character, like what's her religion, I think, or what's her take on being morally correct
Mm.
in some
Oh.
aspect. So it's like Dungeons and Dragons, right?
Yep.
So you can be chaotic good or something. I think so because it's tied with the Dungeons and Dragons lore. But yeah, I mean, we did have fun in a way because we get to think. I mean, we get to craft or build this story of her character.
Mm.
And after that, she told me that you got to repeat your character because I want it to be related to my character. So I just created another new character that it's kind of related to her character. It's pretty fun, yeah.
That's cool.
Alright.
That's cool.
Yeah, MMORPGs, yeah.
Yeah, I think one thing to really keep in mind is, make sure that it's, she'd get into it too. It's not just like, oh, you like the
Yeah.
idea of it, but,
Oh
like
god.
the both
It's
of you
all
have to be
about
Like
it's all about playing together, not just playing with yourself.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to think about
What's that?
Yeah,
Our
not
one
just playing
friend,
with yourself,
Mike,
that's-
he had his ex play this
Oh my god,
game.
you just
What
blew
game
up
was
our
this?
friend right here in the podcast.
I forgot what game it was he had her play. It was a horror game, and she was so scared
yeah.
shitless that she got traumatized. She promised never to play video games again after that.
It's
What game was that?
what's
What was
that
it?
game?
Fatal Frame.
The one with the camera. No,
Fatal Frame.
Fatal
Outlast.
Frame?
Outlast.
Outlast.
No,
Outlast.
it's Outlast. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember that.
She got so scared she
he
cried.
actually-
I heard, and
What?
she cried because
Like
of
the
the game
first-
and never played
the
again.
first jump scare, I guess.
Yep.
Oh, it changes you.
Exactly.
It changes you.
It changes you for the worse.
That's where it starts.
The fever. Oh wait, that's Batman.
Yeah, I know.
That's where it starts.
Anyway, what
The
about you
fever.
guys? If you have any suggestions, comments, about ideal games you can play with your SO, you just send Dr. Love a message.
That's me.
Yeah, in our Facebook page, so it's /noobs and cubes. That's it. I'm gonna make a Photoshop image of Emil. That's a Dr. Love post. Yeah, I'm just joking.
Better have. Hopefully, I'm in a lab coat. Just make sure I'm in a lab coat. A hot
Okay.
pink lab coat.
Like Dr. Doogie Howser.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
The youngest
Yes.
love doctor.
Hey, he grows up to be Barney Stinson, so all right.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
All right,
Oh,
so I
like-
think we are going to. I mean, do you guys have anything else you want to add, or?
I think that's pretty much
I guess
it.
that's our that's our feature topic.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
All right, we're gonna take
move
a
on
quick
to
break.
news.
Are you
Oh,
okay?
quick break.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Let's take a quick
no
break.
need for a
Alright.
break. Let's
Wanna
just
keep
head
going?
into news.
All right.
All right, let's
All
go.
right.
Let's go at it. Let's rip it and
Alright.
grip it. So
Rip
yeah,
it and grip it.
news. First things first. Leonardo DiCaprio gets a SAG award.
It sounds so bad. SAG.
Yeah. For outstanding performance by a male actor in a leading role in The Revenant. So I guess it's another win for Leo. Just in time for the
SAG
road to
Awards.
Oscars. So
Wait, define SAG award. People might think that he just sagged or something. It's...
they'll get it. They'll get it. They'll get it. No,
Leonardo
it's
DiCaprio got a
actually
SAG.
means Screen Actors Guild
There you go.
Awards.
Screen Actors Guild Award.
SAG Award.
A SAG
SAG
award. So
So-
SAG.
Anyway, yeah, congratulations to Leo DiCaprio, and he's just another awards night closer.
When
to
will
the
he get an
Oscars.
Oscar? I'm waiting for him to get an Oscar. It's not.
Yeah, I'm
it's
waiting for
never
him to get an
happened.
Oscar.
But Revenant should get
Hopefully
him
he
one,
gets.
right.
Yeah,
Revenant.
there's this thing going on in my head that I want him to lose again.
What?
just for the sake of
Just to
dread.
keep it, going.
Yeah, just to keep it going.
Just keep the meme
It's like
going. When?
It's like a WWE plot thing going on.
Oh my god.
Where,
I mean, Lady Gaga
You
could
can't-
get an Oscar or something. Who knows? That would be funny.
yeah, I'm actually surprised that she got the Golden Globe.
Yeah, right.
For
Oh,
that.
anyway.
It's pretty cool.
Mm-mm.
Mm.
So anyway, moving on.
Number two.
Number two.
You're still
So-
doing that.
Mission
Not
Impossible's
really.
Rebecca Ferguson is heading to Mars. Not in real life, but in a movie. But she's not coming back alone. So,
Is it Matt
as you
Damon?
remember Rebecca Ferguson in Mission Impossible: Rogue Nation,
Yes, sir.
where she's the leading actress there. Oh yeah. So,
All right.
Just need the red
Alright.
dress. Oh yeah. There's a pic of her right now.
So apparently she was cast in a sci-fi movie called Life, written by the guys who
Alongside Matt
did
Damon.
yeah, written by the guys who did of all people Deadpool. So
The first
Life,
one?
Life, which will be directed by Daniel Espinosa, follows a group of astronauts on the International Space Station who bring back a sample from Mars.
Oh.
They then realize it's much more dangerous than they originally thought.
Is this gonna be
It sounds a
related?
little like Alien.
Yeah.
It sounds a little like Alien, right? But it's not that much of a sci-fi movie, as it's much more grounded in real life. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
So it's more
So-
scientifically in check?
In no way
I hope so.
going to have Matt Damon's what's
Stool sample from Mars?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't think so.
what's in that movie again?
Oh god,
I forget the movie. The Mars.
The Martian.
The Martian. There you
The
go.
Mar-
It's not connected.
The Mars.
The
Mars.
Okay.
But yeah, so yeah, Paul Wernick and Rhett Reese, who wrote Zombieland and the upcoming Deadpool, came up with the story and wrote the script. So there you go.
Could be good.
More sci-fi movies is okay by me.
Yeah.
Like,
I think that's the new zombie.
can't get
this
enough
year.
about sci-fi movies.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Oh, yeah.
Better than vampires. Not for that.
Oh god, better than vampires. Yeah. Anyway, number 3. How about you? Oh wait, I think I have to go on this one since I'm the one who posted this one. So, some progress on Neil Gaiman's. Did I say it right? Neil Gaiman.
Gaiman will do.
Neil Gaiman's American Gods TV series.
Gaiman.
Apparently they have casted Shadow Moon, the book's protagonist. So it's none other than Ricky Whittle. Okay, so I think he was he's kind of a new guy. And he was in D100. I don't know if you guys watched that series. They say it's good, but I don't know. And he also starred in Austin Land. So yeah. So Comic Vine reports that Neil Gaiman said, "I'm thrilled that Ricky has been cast as Shadow. His auditions were remarkable. The process of taking a world out of the pages of a book and putting it onto the screen has begun." So
Wait, let me just clarify. So American Gods TV show will be real people, not animated at all.
no, that's not the case.
How
at
will
all.
he pull that off, I wonder? That's interesting.
Yeah, it's a good book. I haven't finished it yet, but it's a good book.
Okay.
It's a very interesting take on, the old gods versus the new gods. Yeah. Anyway, moving on.
Oh, can I talk about this
On
one?
movies.
This news? I saw this actually.
Oh,
The
good.
one of the new Pokemon detective game. And I was shocked. The trailer features the most popular Pokemon, Pikachu, as a detective.
Yeah. I think it's a different Pikachu though.
It's
called-
Pikachu.
But nonetheless, it's a
called the
Pikachu.
And it
Pikachu.
has Ash. I mean, a lookalike of Ash at least in the game. He's got
No,
a
I
short.
think it's a different. Yeah. I think it's still a different Pikachu. It's not Ash's Pikachu because that would be very weird.
All right,
called
that makes
Pikachu.
more sense. But I was looking at the trailer, and the thing that really stood out about this particular Detective Pikachu is this Pikachu talks with a normal voice, with not a cute voice. It's a deep voice.
A very
A
deep.
very deep voice. It's like
Deep,
it's
deep
time for me
voice.
to
Nonika.
And then imagine a cute little Pikachu and he talks, it's time for me to unveil the... I don't know.
Mada dane.
I just have mixed feelings about this. Why would you really... Why? why? But
know.
yeah,
Well, this
it's
this trailer
mhm.
obviously is a Japanese,
Mm-mm.
version of the game. So
It's out.
this is a fun thing.
Yeah.
What do you think Pikachu will sound like in the English version?
That's an
I'm pretty
interesting.
sure they'll redub it with a girl. I'm almost
It
100% sure they
cannot
will.
be the deep voice. I was just so turned off when I heard his
Oh,
voice in the Japanese version. It was
I
You
know.
know,
deep.
you know who should redub it for the English version? Shamar.
Danny
No, no,
DeVito.
no. Shamar Moore.
Who?
Who?
Shamar Moore.
Shamar.
Shamar.
Shamar Moore.
The guy
I'm
who is
looking her
Who's
up.
that?
no, it's a guy.
Shamar.
Shamar Moore, American
Oh
actor
God.
from and former fashion model.
Who is this again?
Malcolm Winters, The
This is
Young, The Restless,
He plays.
Criminal
Yeah, he's on
Minds. Yeah,
Criminal Minds.
Criminal Minds also. The black, fashionable
Oh my
uh
god.
guy.
I thought he's the guy from Resident Evil.
No.
Yeah, there's
Wait,
another
what?
movies
Is
from.
No,
it?
no, no, he's not. He's not. He's not.
No,
Ah.
He's
he
not.
is. Shamar
No,
Moore.
no.
Really?
But he has that really
No,
deep,
it's a
deep
different British
voice.
black guy.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway,
Interesting.
That is my
I
pick.
guess it works.
possible pick for Pikachu. I thought it was gonna be a girl. Okay.
Oh,
Well,
hell
better
no.
than the deep
My
voice.
my pick will be anybody that is British.
Oh, okay. For me,
I
Okay.
mean, he has a Sherlock hat and stuff, so why
that
not?
does kind of make more sense. Better than a deep Japanese voice. For me, I'm like any voice would have done, even Arnold Schwarzenegger's voice, just not the deep voice.
Can you imagine it?
Arnold
Arnold
voice
Schwarzenegger.
Arnold
Oh,
voice.
Pikachu.
yeah, it's not so
What
deep.
is that?
I mean, it's just
Lukaku.
I will get you.
Pikachu.
Pick
What happened to the scene of the crime?
Pikachu, baby. But
Uh,
anyway, that's coming out in Japan this Wednesday already on Feb 3.
oh, damn.
And
Oh,
I
wow.
did not
they
expect
should
that.
release the 3D version for the Game Boy on Feb 27. That's Japanese though.
Oh.
So,
No, this the original Pokemon games.
yep,
I
yep,
mean,
exactly.
oh, that's cool.
So,
Oh yeah, because it's like the 20th anniversary. Pokemon
oh,
Company.
so that's why. That's their big breakout.
Yeah.
Okay. Another
Okay.
celebratory
Alright.
Pokemon.
Alright.
Next
I
news?
guess we
One
got
more.
Netflix.
one more
One
news
more
bit,
news.
which is gonna
Yeah, I'll take this one.
For
yeah, take it.
So Netflix
Take it.
officially announces that they are reviving Gilmore Girls. So it's coming back
Gilmore Girls.
to one and all fans of the show. Lauren Graham and Alexis Bledel are set to return and reprise their characters from the original series. And Netflix officially confirmed that they were reviving the series after they tweeted confirmation on Friday that they had bought the full rights to the show. So they're fully going to own the show now. So as moving forward, and apart from that, if that wasn't enough proof for everyone, the series star Lauren Graham also tweeted out a photo of herself holding a Gilmore Girls jacket that she had stolen from the set like back in 2007 after they stopped filming the show. And there you
when was the last one? Gilmore Girls stopped around 2000. 2000 what? 2000. The first episode was 2000. It stopped at 2007.
Have you guys watched it?
I watched it.
I have no
I have
idea.
not
I have no
I have
idea.
not watched
Really?
but it's
You
funny
haven't
because
watched? Oh, well,
it's so funny because
I
like
like it.
my coworkers almost talk about it
Shrieking,
like
Yeah.
shrieking with excitement about this announcement.
well they will
It's
now. I'm sure they will.
mm-mm.
Yeah.
The last episode was over 8 years ago, so this is a real revival. And imagine they'll be 8 years older than they looked in the other
That's
season. I
true.
wonder how they'll look.
It's true.
8 years older.
Yeah.
Will the
Interesting.
daughter be a mom now, I wonder? And then the mom will now be a grandmother. Nah. Anyway.
So aside from that, reports are saying that the series will air 4 90-minute episodes instead of the traditional 10 episode block.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's a
Wow, that's
movie.
yeah.
yeah, that's
So
four
this is
movies and
basically a BBC Sherlock style of
special.
a TV show. So they're going with that kind of format now. So
But
I should
definitely
like it
look
more
that
than
way.
anyway.
the storyline is really more of slice of life, so I'm not sure how they'll have an hour and a half of in just slice of life. But anyway, okay,
All
we'll
right,
see, we'll see.
we'll see how it plays out.
Interesting.
But yeah,
Hmm.
it's coming up. And
Mm.
is that going to wrap it up, or do you guys have any other news that you would like to share?
I think Robert has one local news minute for us.
All right.
Yeah, well, it's just a small bit. One of the top candidates for the Philippine elections, Duterte, says that if he is proclaimed president, he will commute every single day from Malacanang to Davao because he does not want to sleep in
Hmm.
Malacanang. I'm thinking, good luck, especially with traffic. Good luck. But, it's a
Well,
nice food for thought.
it's I don't know. It's typical of him to say these outlandish stuff.
Yeah, it's
Mm.
easy to say it, but it's always different when you're actually
I
there
mean,
and you know.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
he has like a track record of saying crazy stuff
That's
in the
true.
news
True.
just to kind of
Catch
throw off
attention.
the yeah.
I mean, it,
But
it says he'll be using a jet plane, but still,
What? A
every
jet plane?
day, every
A
day,
jet
come
plane?
on. So, I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
it says like he'll have breakfast on the jet, then, he'll come to work, then when he leaves, he'll have dinner on the jet. And I'm like, seriously?
that's
Well,
that's
that's
not
the
any
news.
better. That's not any better.
It's not any better. It's not. You still have to drive from
Ah,
the airport. Right.
well, we'll
Have
see.
a landing
We'll
strip in
see.
your house. We'll see.
All
That's
right.
it
So,
for local news.
what about you, Ems? Any Florida man sightings?
Florida
not this
man
time.
side.
Not this time.
Crazy,
Oh, that's funny. That would have
crazy
been last week.
California news.
But
Oh,
was
oh,
it
okay.
last week's? Like last week, where a guy was
Yeah, I guess
reported
last
to
week.
what was it?
Tickle
Yes,
buttholes? Is
tickle
it?
buttholes. So that would have been
Tickle
Yeah.
last week. So
what?
it was a story in Florida,
Yeah.
and this man apparently breaks into people's homes and
Uh-huh. Are you
tickles
serious?
buttholes. Mhm.
What's the point? Is that his fetish?
Yeah,
I
maybe.
think I think there's an update on that one on why he breaks up and tickles
I'm
buttholes again.
googling it right now. That's the most ridiculous break-in story I've heard. So you're gonna
Yeah.
break in to tickle a butthole,
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then
His nickname is
Oh
the infamous booty tickler.
what the hell? I mean, what insane reason would push a man to do something so daring?
it
Probably he has this thing.
It's
He has his
crazy.
needs
he's living life on
to
the
actually
edge.
tickle
He
buttholes.
lives for
Yeah,
the
that's really
danger.
just to tickle a butthole. I
Living
mean,
life on the edge.
didn't
I'm gonna
even go all
tickle a
the
butthole.
way just to tickle it. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think
All right. That's so
I mean other news in LA is that it's going to rain tomorrow. So that's news. That is actually news here.
weird.
Oh, that's
Mhm.
cool. Yeah, I think it seldom rains
Yeah, it
there.
That's
doesn't
more
rain that
decent than the
often.
other news we have in the Philippines of Chris
It's
Aquino's
actually
son
oh
falling
yeah, yeah,
falling in
that's
classroom and hitting his head. That was
fucking bullshit.
another. It was featured on Inquirer that his
It was
son got
featured in
bit by an ant. Her
Oh,
son got bit by an ant. Like,
oh,
yeah.
Chris
what's the point?
Aquino and
Yeah,
was
Chris
it
Aquino's
Bimby?
son.
Bimby?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think I
Bimbi.
told
Oh
you
yeah,
that
yeah, you
one,
did
Ems.
last
I mean,
episode.
how
Yeah,
is
that's
this
right.
news? I'd rather hear it's gonna rain
And
tomorrow.
Yeah.
and I shit you not, that one was also featured in TV, like
Yeah,
in TV, but
on
and
24/7,
I
but 24
I
horas.
guess yeah, I guess so.
Oh God,
And it's pretty weird
so
because yeah,
stupid.
I mean, the son slipped while he was cleaning the classroom,
Yeah.
right?
Uh huh.
And the first response that Chris made was she let her son have an MRI scan. I mean, what?
Oh,
All right,
but yeah.
just trip. It's just a stupid mistake.
And
Anyway,
this should not be on the news. You wasted 5 minutes of my life. Do not care. I do not care. I do not. Oh,
in the country where celebrity status and shit like this is very
I'd rather hear about
Oh
the
yeah.
butt tickler, the butthole tickler.
Butt
That's more
tickler.
engaging
Yeah.
news for me.
maybe
Anyway.
maybe that should start there.
yeah.
Well,
Ah,
So anyway,
that's it.
yeah,
I guess we got it. That's
yeah.
it. I think that's our podcast. So, anyways, thanks for listening, guys. Next week we have another love tips from Dr. Love.
Dr. Love.
Mhm.
Dr. Love.
All right, guys. We'll see you guys again next
Signing
week.
out. Mm.
All right. Anyway, oh yeah. Shout outs to JB Music for
The mic.
having for the mic. As you already noticed, I got a new mic, which is much more clear and crisper because this is an Audio Technica ATR 2500.
ADR 2500.
Only costs 3.3k. That's a really good buy. Great deal.
Yeah, 3,300
Pesos.
Philippine money.
And it
But
changes your words.
this one, yeah, definitely. You can actually whisper. Here.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening, and see you next week.
Next time.